openly, and sometimes it have embarrassed my friend because I've been so open. We were at a conference up in Alexandria, and this was the black branch to the Baptist, the Baptist Young Assembly. All right, just to reverse the American Young, the Baptist Young is white, and we were invited to this group not as just as a visitor and participant, because they wanted, at that time they were beginning to reach out, and we were talking to young. I guess they had 40 or 50 people in the discussion, different things, and one of the renowned ministers around here were talking about how the race relation is developing so beautiful and all that. And I said, well, it's still a fictitious. And one of the ministers of one of the very outstanding church, black and white, both of them were talking. And then one of them said, yeah, I had Dr. So-and-so to preach at my church, and he had preached at, I have preached at his church, and his choir have sung at my church, and they can sing and all this. I said, but we still don't know each other. I said, we haven't visited each other. I said, we have met each other like two ships in the dark, passing each other. I said, but when I said know him, I said you begin to share with you, and maybe you home visit them. I said, how many of you have visited one another home? How many of you have been out to a meal? How many of you have been out to a function? Don't tell me you don't tell me you got a whole lot of white friend, a whole lot of black friend. How many times have you been to the home? Right. How many times have you shared a function? You are an acquaintance.
That's what I say too.
Yeah, yep. You are an acquaintance. And look, and when I said it, the minister from here who was black, he had just got through pumping up the grapefruit thing. And I know he didn't want me to say that because I'm throwing cold water. And your old Mac will throw cold water anyhow. He know when he's doing it, what he's doing. That's what I said, when the Lord gets you, Mac, he gonna get you because you know what you're doing. And I said, no, I don't. I said, we do all of this on Sunday. I said, but on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and things, we don't do it. I said, we don't share. And then, little by little, someone began to say, where you delegate? I said, I'm just a visiting to your conference. He said, well, you're turning the right. And that's how you come to know each other. That's how you come to know each other. But by burying all of this other stuff under the rug and pretending that it doesn't exist, you don't know each other. And I'm the one that would kick the rug up in the room and all that stuff on the rug. And when I kick the rug up, I know I ain't tagging out white, I ain't tagging out my own friend. And the main purpose, and I'm doing it, and knowing that I'm going to do it. And he'll say, Mac, that is a sensitive subject. You only talk about that brown black. No. I'm going to talk about that brown white. And I just tell some subject that white would say, you don't mention no brown black, you mention no brown, you mention brown minute. I had a Sunday school class some years ago, and I had maybe about 10 years ago, and a white church brought that class up to visit, and we were discussing something with pretending on race and different things, and I was so happy to have them. And I said, I'm so happy to have you. And I said, I would teach this class. I will not alter not one thing that I wasn't going to say. I would teach this class just like I had planned. And I said, I said, you're probably going to hear something that you probably would not have heard if you've been in your own class this morning. So I was teaching it from the perspective where we are in race relation. And I said, I know we like to put on a good front and give on a good face, but sometimes I said, we sitting up here now. I said, you know what the most segregated hour in our country now is, now I got their attention. I said, we Christians, 11 o'clock, I said, there's more black with black, more white with white than at any other time. But yet, we saying, we are talking about the God of us all. We talking about the oneness of God. We talking about the unity of God. And yet we are experiencing the most segregated hour in the week, 11 o'clock. And I said, we got a whole lot. And I think the thing about New Frontier is that any more new frontier to conquer. You going from the east across the Appalachian, all across the Midwest. You reached the West Coast. You have conquered. You have gone down to the deep, the depths of the deep. You've gone out to in space. Is there anything else to conquer? I said, yeah, there's the conquering of human relationship. There's a wide open field, and I just hope that as we go through, as I say, it would take time, because as I said, you maybe like you in the advanced God society got 3 great groups of people. They got the advanced God, and I say about 10% of society in all walks of life. They the forward thinking, they the forward looking, they the one that is seeing ahead, they the forward. Then you got a great mass of people, they the middle one. And what you trying to do, you trying to bring them up. Then you got a group back in. I call those the reactionary. Ain't nothing. They always gonna be. They always look. Every time a discussion comes up in city council now about this statute or that statute, you always gonna have them fighting, rehashing the Civil War and giving it that twist, and going to tell you that the Civil War, it were not about slavery. It was all about slavery. It was all about slavery. It was about terror. It was about terror because the North were taxing you on your cotton and thing what you making for the ship it out. But the bottom line, the North didn't like it too much because you getting by with free labor. And all of those years you advancing with free labor, but behind it all, you got slavery, which no way you can square with Christianity. And then what happened?
But they did. You read the newspaper, they do it right.
They found a way to write statute and laws and this
right, and they take passages from the Bible and say slaves in the Bible. Therefore, it's okay. And they were doing that all through Jim Crow too.
And what did it do? And what did it do when they finally declared that slavery was outlawed? They come up with another system of segregation and discrimination, which you got people coming out of slavery that even can't write their name.
Right.
Can't if the name of that big is that wonder. They can't write the name. They can't spell. Now they in a system